do remember is streets and cars and lights whizzing by on the way there. Then I was suddenly surrounded by the smelly old wood of the Kirkwood Music Academy. We must have arrived late, because there were already tons of people in the audience and performers on stage. I don't know how it went for being virtually empty my first visit to jam-packed tonight, but that's how it is now when I wait for my turn to perform. The host for the night calls my name, and I float up to the stage, with the eyes of the audience on me the whole time. I take a seat at the throne behind Pete's drum set on stage. His own personal set, I might add, not the one he keeps for students. I might be the first person other than Pete to play it. I'm the only one playing drums. Every other performer is a pianist, or violinist, or cellist, or some other string instrument that'd be much more interesting with a beat behind it. I swear I spot a small group of sax players in the back, but I can hardly see them through the stage lights. Memories of Danny and his father at Kirkwood flood back to me, along with the realization that they could be sitting in the audience this very minute. I push the thought away. I don't have time to worry about whether or not I sound like I'm playing on a garbage can. I sit behind the drum set and feel my legs shaking. My hands are numb, the sticks are hanging loose in my grip, and that's when I realized I'm totally going to blow this. I'm not ready. I've improved under Pete's guidance, but I still have so much to learn. At Kirkwood, I'm a guppy in a pool of piranhas. I don't belong here, and I know it. Drums require all four limbs to act independently, and I can't even stop mine from shaking. I have a big black hole in my confidence, and that hole is going to ruin my performance. Unless I take one deep breath. That's right. Pete said to take one deep breath right before I start playing. I may miss notes or lose the beat in a few places, but if I take a single deep breath right before I start, there is no way I can bomb the whole show. So I take a breath. In, out, and I start to play. First note is wrong. I start with a cymbal crash, but I lead with my left hand when I'm supposed to lead with my right hand. And the whole opening fill is 3 beats too long. It sounds like I'm playing on a tin can. But it's only one fill. And as soon as it's over, I have the whole rest of the performance to think about. And what a performance it is. Not that I know how it sounds to the audience. To me, the whole thing sounds like I'm underwater. It feels amazing, though. My arms flying across the set and falling into place. I start playing patterns I'd planned and switch to stuff I didn't plan because it feels like the right thing to do. Before long, I cease to think about what I'm playing at all and hear my inner voice shouting, "This is the best thing you've ever played, Sam." And it totally isn't the best thing I've ever played. Not even close. My muscles are tense, I hit the rim of the snare 3 times, and the stick slips into my second knuckle more times than I can count. My best drumming only exists in a place where I never quit, never lie, never hit Danny Lennox with a drumstick. It's a marimba ballad, Sam, a marimba ballad. But this is good enough. It's more than good enough. Halfway through, I lose all feeling in my arms and legs, and my emotions are electrically powering my limbs as they pound out rhythms. I release everything. Danny's insults, and my dad's anger, and all the lies and doubts and voices in my head that tell me I'll never be good enough, and swing them into the snare, erasing the pain with each note. When I play drums, I become them. There is no difference between me and the musical machine in front of me. I am drums, and I am finally happy. When I'm done, my final double strike of the crash and ride rings through the audience, and the moment it starts to settle, everyone applauds. The amazing sound of clapping hands floods the room. Through the ruckus comes a round of hooting and hollering, cheering and whistles. I spot Pete in the audience, standing near the back, smiling in a way I didn't think was possible for someone so grumpy. His smile was so large that I worry his cheeks will crack and bleed. He motions for me to stand up, and I do that. The applause rises. My eyes focus, penetrating the bright lights. Somewhere in the 4th or 5th row are 2 hands clapping harder than any of the others. A duo of palms applauding steadily enough that their owner has to be a fellow musician. It's the hands of Miss Bernali, and her shining face is grinning ear to ear. She made it. I can't believe she actually made it. I continue to stand in the crowd, looking for other familiar faces. I'm not sure who I expect to see. My mom, my dad, maybe Brian or Kristen, or Scott and Zeke in the corner, peeing in the timber. It'd be nice to imagine their smiling faces while listening to the rhythms in my head that will keep me awake later tonight.